means what in this context?
Is it that he obeyed God?
That's it.
Okay.
Because you walk with God, that means what? He did what the Lord said. Ain't no God. You understand? And that's why when they say he took him. So this walk, he walked with God is him doing what the Lord said to do. You understand? He followed the Lord commandments. Right? For those days he was on this earth.
Okay, so if I could, in Genesis chapter 6 and verse 9, it's kind of goes, but it says, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. So that would be the same, meaning he obeyed.
Exact, yes. Noah walked with God.
Okay.
So Noah obeyed God. Was it Noah that built the ark? Yeah, Noah built the ark. You know, it is like black people today was one of the main reasons, what you call it? They don't come into the truth. Was one of the main reasons.
Smoking weed. They don't want to stop smoking weed.
But on this topic, was one of the reasons.
So like,
come on.
They think that they're already walking with God.
That too. But okay, on Noah's part, right? What was Noah's situation? If you had to describe Noah to people, what is his situation as a situation? Meaning, if you had to describe his time on the earth, how would you describe it? Come on.
Salakia, he living through a time where he gets instructions or the knowledge that the Lord is going to end the earth, and now he needs salvation, and his salvation came from building the ark, following what God said to do, and other people didn't believe it.
Salaki. Other people what?
Other people didn't believe it. They thought that they were good.
So they just didn't believe it?
They mocked him. Like they thought that he was foolish for doing what God said to do.
You understand? Like Noah went through what? Persecution. He went through, he was literally made a laughing stock. It's like today, you go on the street and tell black people that Christ is a black man and he's coming back. What's some of these things to say? You crazy, you're waiting for a nigga with afro to come out of the sky. And they start to laugh at you. You understand? They've been laughing until what? Until now, when they actually start to see with their own eyes what we were saying. You understand? We was actually speaking the truth according to the Bible. Right. Now, back to my question. What was one thing that make people stay away from this truth?
So like they believe they already saved, or they don't.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
The persecution that would take place to walk with the Lord.
That's it. Why do you think brothers leave if they have a wicked woman? You understand? They have a wicked woman, and a wicked woman, she's going to what? Persecute you for being in here. Are you with them? You with them niggas? Doing what? All right. Well, if you don't come in at this time, I'm going to leave. I'm going to call my ex. I'm going to do this. I'm going to the club. And if you're simple and you don't understand the situation, you're going to do what? You're going to put yourself before the threshold and be like, baby, no, you're not going. This, that, the other. And before you know it, you're all in a fight. Cops come. And she telling them to take you down. And in 2 days' time, she coming back to you and saying, you see, if you had just behaved yourself, this wouldn't happen to you. this, that, the other. And
Come.
brothers, then they are going to do what? Some brothers will do what? Will leave because they can't handle a persecution. How long was Noah building the ark for? Look it up. Look up Noah. How long Noah was building the ark for? So some of us coming to shoot for 5 years, and if Christ had come back in 5 years, that's how much years they're giving Christ to come back. After that is weed. After that is a strip club. You know what I mean? Life goes on. Come on.
It's like I said, between 50 and 100 years, man, a long time.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. We just read a little bit on it.
So like, do you want the from the scripture saying it, or because I did look it up, but okay, Comic-Con, Salaki, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was about 4 scores. I'm not too kind of on the top of my head, but let's look it up because that's a good story. That's a real good story. Durham in the building tonight?
Not yet, sir. Salaki.
Not yet. Okay, that's right. Zion, let's get Durham a call.
Colonel Wakan, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes. So this is a good story. A good story, excellent story to show a brother who just want to be loved. Christians, right? They don't want people to hate them. You know, it is to go tell a Christian Christ only loved blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people. Some Christians tell you what? If this God in this Bible is a hateful God, then I don't want to serve that God. You ever hear people say that before? Have you ever brothers and sisters say that before? That God of the Bible is too he is too bloody in the Old Testament. I don't want to serve that God.
Comic-Con, sir.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And don't talk about the Christmas and the birthdays. Oh, brother, I'm telling you, if we just say we were celebrating birthdays, you won't have space in class. You're celebrating Christmas. Come on in. Where's the tree? Well, I'll find it for me. With Noah.
So like I said,
How long you built it for? Come on.
So like I said, so I found when the flood waters started to appear on the earth, Noah was 600 years old, but when he got the instruction to do it, it was I'm trying to see here. It's after my question. I believe it was
I'll put it here. Where was that in Genesis? What?
My question was in Genesis chapter 6, verse 9, but where it says the flood waters was
come on.
It was Genesis chapter 7 and verse 6. It says in Noah 600 years old when the flood waters were upon the earth.
What was the question you had?
Well, no, so like, so you was asking how long did it take? Like, how long was he building the ark? So I was trying to figure out if it said how old he was, before he got the instructions to build the ark, and then correlated with him being 600 years old.
It does make we can move on. And then Kevin, let's look for it, right? Abadan.
Silakia, sir.
Silakia.
Silakia, it said Noah preached for what, 120 years. So I don't know if we should assume that that's how long it took to build the ark, sir.
Silakia said. in Genesis 5:32, it says, and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Mm-hmm.
And then that goes into Genesis 6, where it says he begins to get the instructions to build the ark. So I think that's why online they kind of give it like that 100 year.
Approximation, because of course, as being Hebrews, we don't go by what exact dates, of course. All right.
Okay.
Hold on, Give me 1 minute.
So like it's going in and out the matrix.
All right.
Yeah, kind of.
How about that one? You can hear me?
Conza.
Am I going in and out?
Come on, you in and out the matrix, I don't want.
Okay. I wonder if all right. Where's Zion?
So like he on the phone with Durham right now, I don't want.
Okay. Let's try and push through. All right. Go ahead and I see Hawan has a question there.
So like I said, but I did have one more in that chapter.
Come on, and then we'll go to Hawan.
Okay, so just still in Genesis chapter 6, just a refresher on when it says, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. Just refresher on what does the spirit not striving with man mean again? So like
meaning okay. Just think okay. Look up the word strive. Look up what strive mean.
The definition of strive is to make great efforts to achieve or obtain something.
Good. What was the Lord trying to strive with man to do?
It's like what was he trying to strive with who?
With man to do. I want to say man, meaning the people who he chose. Because remember, the Bible, you could clearly see a part to where the Lord started choosing specific people. So it started with Adam, and then it went all the way to who? To Noah. And then from Noah, it went to Abraham, right? So now, knowing that, right? Remember, okay, the laws, right?
Come.
When did the laws came about?
So like I said, when Adam was placed in the garden,
yes,
the laws were to Adam.
It was already there. Adam just passed it down, right?
So
in other words, Adam had the law on what? On what to eat, what not to eat. Adam had the law on what to sacrifice, what not to what? What not to sacrifice. Adam had the laws on marriage. That's why the Lord went and get what? A woman out his what? Family, from his rib, right? Meaning his close family. Good? Now, why did the Lord flood the earth?
For interracial marriage, sir.
He is saying, my spirit is not going to strive with man. Meaning, he's God. You understand? He's God. So who's supposed to follow who? Is God supposed to follow man, or man supposed to follow God?
We supposed to follow God.
Yes.
So like I said, so is it like he basically the Lord is basically saying, you know what? No sweat. Y'all want to keep doing this? I'm gonna just end it. Is that kind of basic?
And to be specific, what is the ending? In your question.
he's well, he's ending life on earth except for Noah. And
no, pertaining to your question, read the question one more time.
Khan. Oh, it's like, yeah, Khan. The scripture is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man. So is that what you're asking? Like he's ending that I don't know how to put it. Like the thing where he's like,
just read on. The answer, right? Read on.
For that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years.
So now, before Noah, how much years people were living to?
800, 900, 600.
Around, right. Meaning they were around on the earth for what? A long time. The Lord say, you know what? I ain't striving with you. You understand? It's like your father telling you, yo, I'm done talking. Anything after that is going to be some type of repercussion coming. Right? The repercussion that comes from us striving with the Lord say, guess what? I'm going to cut your years on this earth. So now it's going to be what? 120. And it got so bad. What happened?
That what's like the interracial marriage got so bad?
Well, that too, but the striving got so bad. What happened? What did the Lord do?
He flooded the earth. He
flooded the earth, and then he did what? Go to Psalms 90 and I think 10. Go to Psalms 90 and 10. Let me see if that's it. Psalms 90 verse 10. Start there for me.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 90, in verse 10. The days of our years are three score years and 10.
So wait, you know how much is 3 score years?
300, sir.
Score is 20.
It's 60, sir.
60, Slack.
And what? And
10.
So it's 60 plus 10.
70.
Read on.
And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow.
You understand what he's saying there?
Kind of what Khan said.
So remember, he just said what? He's going to cut it to 120. But now you're reading where he said what? You're lucky to even make it a what?
70.
Yeah, the Lord had to be with you to make it a 70. And if you make it to 4 scores, which is what?
80.
80, brother, there's going to be some pills. There's going to be some doctor's appointment. It's going to be hell. You understand? It's going to be hell. Remember, come on.
So like, my pops used to say, it's good to get old, but it's hell when you get there.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Because now you're gonna have to get them, you know what I mean, them adult what? Adult what?
Blue pill.
Yeah. And if you're lucky enough to have your kids around you to help wash you out. Some of these, you know what I mean, some of these Hamites had to be, you know what I mean, taking care of our loved ones, and it's bad. It's real bad. You understand? So read that one more time.
Khan, there's a book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 10. The days of our years are 80 years and 10. And if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labor and sorrow. For it is soon cut off, and we fly. For it is soon cut off, and we fly away.
You understand? The Lord shortened it even more. You understand? Like we ain't supposed to be dying from these diseases, but we dying from these diseases and these ailments. Why? Because we pissing the Lord off. And he ain't going to strive with you. He ain't going You know, it's like I know you all see this. How many of you, well, I know you all will understand this. You have a woman, a hard-headed woman, hard-headed as can be. And you are trying to do what? You're trying to show her, yo, sis, these ways should wear. You shouldn't go here. You shouldn't go there. You are doing what? You are striving with her spirit. And that's the spirit of what? That's America that's in her. You are striving with her. You understand? To the point now where you say, you know what? Ain't no sweat. Let the world teach you. You understand? And now the world teach you a lesson. And once the world teach you a lesson, I mean, I can't teach you a lesson, the world gonna teach you. You understand? The most I could do is try to curb you from going down that path, but I can't stop it. You understand? The Lord is like that. The Lord is trying to what? Stop you from going down that road. And what's down that road? Remember to say what? Wide is the gate that lead to what?
Destruction.
To destruction. The Lord trying to make you get on that what? That narrow path. You understand? One way in. Ain't no what? Ain't no different pathways. One way in. You understand? Ain't this group, that group. One way in. UPK, one west. One way in. You understand? Down that narrow pathway. And that narrow pathway is what? You watching what the hell you say, what the hell you eat, who the hell you sleep with. You understand? You watching how you conduct yourself according to this Bible. And the only place you're going to learn to get on that one path is in one west. And it's in UPK. You understand? Anywhere else, it's wide. It's wide. You could go into these other groups and they're going to say what about the UPK? What do these other groups say about the UPK? What are some of the things they say?
They say that our doctrine is off.
No, besides, okay, they say the doctrine is off, but it's the same doctrine they're trying to teach. So it has to do with doctrine. It has to do, you all are too what? Militant.
Yeah,
right? And that word militant is what? Code for what?
Discipline.
It's code for what? I can't smoke no weed. I can't pop no hoe. You understand? I can't go to the strip club. You understand? That's what your two militant is about. Because they know once you come in here, you can't be hiding, you know what I mean, in your wife's room, putting on her panties. You understand? You can't do that. You understand? You can't be, you know what I mean, in the strip club with your mitre on and you know what I mean, shaking dollars. Can't do that. You understand? You can't come in here and act what? What? You can act like that.
So like I said, I had just started going out again.
Yeah. But you are going in and out. But I'm asking, what you cannot come in here and as a male and do? You can't act how?
Effeminate.
Yeah, you can't come in here and act effeminate. You can't come here and, you know what I mean, your chest and your wrists, you know what I mean, bent up. No. We put a brace on that on that hand until you keep it like this. Ain't nothing like this. Put a brace right here. That hand, close that fist. You understand? right? And we get that from where? The Bible. The Bible tells you what? No effeminate shall make it into what? The kingdom of what? Heaven. None. You understand? So guess what? We too militant. Negro, you're too sassy. You understand? You're too zesty. You understand? These women, they can't come in here. Why? Because we too what? What's the word they use? We too what?
Too masculine, sir. Toxic. Masculine.
They want the masculinity, but it's another word they use. I mean, it's like you speaking about the Jewish people. What's the code they use? You're speaking about them. You're speaking about crimes they committed. What do they say?
I'm not sure.
Okay, when Kyrie Irving made the statement about Hebrews to Negroes and Negroes to Hebrews, what did they say?
Salak Yadawan.
Come on.
They said that he was anti-Semitic. He was making anti-Semitic, hateful comments.
Yeah, that's a code. That's code for what? To them to start ringing the bell that we have to what? Stop this.
Khan.
They know Hebrew to no Negro. You understand? Right? No. Women, they say the brothers in UPK are to what?
Rough, sir. Oh, it's like
Nah, that woman, come on.
Yes, sir.
You always hear, yeah, I mean, brothers by talking construction workers. I mean, women, you know what I mean, like a little rough, you know what I mean?
Salak, yes, sir.
Come on.
Strict.
Strict, I'll take the word they use that women do not like.
Salak, yes, sir.
You are too controlling. You ever hear that before?
Khan.
You're too controlling. You want to control where I go, what I wear, what I do. You want to control everything. That's the excuse. You understand?
Salak Yadawan.
Come on.
Salakia. So you know that song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun," right?
Yeah.
Someone tell my rib that I was too serious. I was too serious. True. Salakia. That's what they say about UPK, about serving the Lord. We're too serious about those things. Salakia.
Yes. And when that C word come out is like, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? You ever see the red light flash and the and then afterwards start coming what? You're too rough, you're too this. No. You just want to do whatever you want to do. Ain't nobody controlling nobody in here. Just like I follow the Bible, my woman wants to what? Follow what? The Bible too. Ain't nobody forcing nobody in here. Ain't nobody forcing nobody in here. You understand? But you, SLUT, are spelling like that on purpose. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want to follow the Bible. So go ahead. Who cares? Go ahead. This world gonna teach you a good lesson. I forget where Paul said it. When he said let them go back and let the world teach you a lesson. Right? I think that's it on that. But anymore, I think Hawan had a question.
His question was in Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood."
And what?
And garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Read 2 verses above it. Let me see if I can remember it.
Come on, sir. Verse 3, thou hast multiplied the nation and not increased the joy.
Mm-hmm.
They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. Verse 4, for thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then verse 5 goes, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood.
Okay. Well, okay. What is the exact question on this 5? He just wants it broken down.
Concept.
Okay. So read that first part again.
Con. For verse 5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
What is that? What is that talking about?
So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it's just talking about war. It's just talking about being on the battlefield. It's swords swinging, it's people dying, men screaming, bombs dropping. It's all kinds of things that's happening in the midst of battle, in this battle.
Yes. And it seems what confusing because it's what instructions coming. That's why you all in Hebrew Academy learn to train your mind to what? To listen to that that voice, to that command. You understand? You just can't just pull somebody from out the bed. You understand? Who never trained before and then throw them in a war. You understand? They won't know how to deal with that confused noise. Read on.
And garments rolled in blood.
Meaning what? There's a lot of unaliving taking place. Lots of blood. You know what I mean? A lot of people dying in these wars. Right? And especially in the Bible. I remember, I think with Gideon, he went with what? Forget how much men he went with. And
300.
Other people, 300. And the other heathens, they had thousands. You understand? And before you know it, they were unaliving each other. Right? Read on.
Come. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right. But this shall be. What shall be? Read on.
So with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, but burning and fuel of what? Fire. So now read on.
Come. Verse 6. For unto us a child is born. Unto us a son is given. And the government shall. So like I said.
Yeah, I'm here.
So keep going, Sluggy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come. And the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name.
Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Why is this? Why is it saying that?
So like I said, because when Christ comes back, the battle that frees us from this bondage is it's going to be they just going to burn in thermonuclear warfare. It's going to be the lake of fire, and when he's ruling,
yes, and it's also no. Go ahead.
Salaka,
go ahead.
Oh, Salaka, I was just saying, and when he's ruling, I mean, the new kingdom will be here, and when he's ruling, these are the titles that he'll have, which is Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. These are just the titles that he'll have.
Yes. Tell you why say the government gonna have to be on the show to carry it. He's gonna have to carry them. Because he did what? he had to what? Give his life so that me and you have a second chance. So we could have a second chance at this. You understand? Right? I hope he good. It's Hawan, right? Hawan, just type in. If you still need anything, break down in it. Right. All right. Anything else?
So like I said, could I get one more?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, sir. So like I'll yield with this one. But it's in Genesis chapter 9 and verse 5. The breakdown, it says, but surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, and it's like it, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Is so like, is this just
Really?
saying?
Go ahead.
It's just saying like if you take a life, then your life has to be taken to repay the crime that you've committed.
Yes. When you put it like that, yes. That's why give it in Hebrews.
Okay.
Where it say there's no remission of sin except with blood. Right?
Okay.
So read it one more time. Start at continue in 6.
Okay. Verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Yes. So this is what you call what? What would you call this today?
Judgment, sir.
Yeah, I'll take that, but the action that is being, what?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Would that be considered like an eye for an eye?
Or self-defense.
Okay, it's saying what? Read it one more time.
Okay. Genesis 9 and verse 6. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man.
So like, sir, would that be justice?
That okay. Okay. The blood for blood, yes. But what action is being committed here?
Murder, sir?
For you to
Is murder what you're looking for?
Yes. That's exactly what it is. You take a man's life, right? Then guess what? Your life gonna have to be taken too. That's what it's saying. You understand?
Okay.
Right? Thou shalt not what?
Murder.
Yeah. You understand? Or else what the Lord is laying down here is what? A law that if you unalive a man for no reason, guess what? Your blood gonna have to be taken by man. All right? And it's not just saying by any man. Of course, the process was the process in Israel.
They would have to go before the council, or the elder Salakia would set that judgment.
Yes, the priest. Yeah, well, I'm gonna take it into my own hands. No. You understand?
The law
can't do that. Yes. But it's you know what I mean, it's a government. You understand? The Lord set up. You understand? With the priests, you go for the priest and they make what? The judgment on it. If you're found guilty, guess what? you're going to be what? Stoned, depending on the judgment. You understand? Until you die. If it's what? If you got caught what? Murdering. And it was so bad. There's a part in there. You remember when where it says where if somebody die in a city, what has to happen?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You have to go to a sanctuary city outside of the city that it happened in.
No, okay. That's if you that's if you unalive somebody.
Yes,
right?
sir. Come on.
If you unalive somebody and by accident, you have the right to what? To get to a sanctuary city. But once you get a sanctuary city, there still has to be a what?
A council, sir?
A trial, basically.
Trial.
And how did we do that trial? Let me see if I get it for you. Right? There's a trial you have to go through. Look up for me where it says in the Bible where you have to come and wash your hand, like where they call you have everybody from the city had to come out. Everybody. And if one man was missing, if somebody was missing from there, right? Then the blame will be on him. And the judgment will fall on him. Anybody find it for me?
Salaki, I think it's in Deuteronomy 21. Let me double check if I'm reading it right. I think it's 21:6. Let me see here. I'll start higher up. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21. And I'll start at verse 1. You can stop me, Cap. Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 1. If one be found slain in the land, which the Most High thy power giveth thee to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who have slain him, then the elders and thy judges shall come forth, and they shall enter unto the cities which are round about him that is slain.
Which means what? Which means what? Everybody had a what? Yes, there's an inquisition. There's an investigation going on. Everybody had to come. What? Come. Read on.
Verse 3. And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of that city shall take an heifer, which hath not been wrought with, and which hath not drawn in the yoke. Verse 4. And the elders of that.
This is your best heifer. You understand? Your best. Read on.
Verse 4. And the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer unto a rough valley, which is neither eared nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley.
Read on.
Verse 5. And the priest, the sons of Levi, shall come near. For them the Most High power have chosen to minister unto him, and to bless in the name of the Most High, and by their word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried.
That's why when you go into a council, whatever that judgment, it comes from
the Most High.
The Most High, sir.
Yeah. Yes. You better believe that. You know what I mean? Some of us be so simple to be like, well, I don't think he hear my side. Well, it was just in the council, right? It was just in there.
Right.
Oh, because they didn't sway your way. Now you want to cry. You understand? Now you want to cry. Ain't no crying involved. You're going to take that joy because judgment comes from the Lord. And because the judgment comes from the Lord, guess what? If you're what? If you're right, guess what's going to happen? The Lord going to show it. He's going to show it. You understand? Now read on. And this is how serious we took these things. Read on.
Wakanda, book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 6. And all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it.
Mm-hmm. And that's how it was back in them days, right? In them days, what was precious?
The cattle, sir.
Hell no. The cattle was precious. Then guess what? The Lord, I tell you, bring a rat or something and just, slit the rat throat, right?
Right.
What was precious?
Life was precious.
The brothers.
Yes. Yes. Brothers. And that's how serious we took it. Where we come and wash we hand and say, yo, I had nothing to do with this. We had nothing to do with this in this city. We don't harbor what?
Murderers.
We don't harbor what? You correct?
Sinners, Salaki.
Sinners. We don't. You commit a crime in here, brother. Oh boy. You do something evil in here, we don't harbor you. We don't. You understand? You get in what? Kicked out. We don't harbor sinners. You understand? Right? Read on.
Wakan, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it.
Right. Neither what? Nobody witnessed it. I didn't see this. You understand? I didn't see this. I never saw this happen. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. Be merciful, O Lord, unto thy people Israel, whom thou hast redeemed, and lay not innocent blood unto thy people of Israel's charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them.
Right. No, if they are found, what happened? What happened if they're found? Or if a man doesn't come out? Just read a little more. But let me see. What's it? That's which. Anybody else? Come on.
Slayer, you had went out again, sir.
No, I was asking if that was it with your questions.
Oh, there was one more. Officer Hawan had one more.
Okay, come on.
He had a question in Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1.
Isaiah 63.
Come.
Go ahead.
It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? That this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Isaiah what, 63?
Come.
And what?
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Okay, what's this question on this?
He said, can you just get a breakdown of this? Isaiah 63 and 1.
I might have to get it for you next week. I can't say it over the top of my head. All right, I don't want to be wrong. All right. Any more?
So there's no more questions in the chat. I don't know if there's anything in the rooms.
Okay. Then go to I think it's 2 Samuel 11 and 3. Right. Zion, Durham, okay?
Salaki sir.
Internet issue?
Come on.
Okay.
Like I said,
Come on.
That's 2 Samuel 11:3.
Yeah, go
Unless
ahead.
it's like I don't know if there's any troopers in the rooms.
Darash, you want to take it?
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And David sent and inquired after the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
Uriah, right? I'm not zoning in on Uriah. Not so much this evil that David did. Uriah, right? Skip me down to I think 13. Right? In 2 Samuel, right?
Kawakan.
Mm-hmm.
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 13. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him.
Skip me up to verse. Read from verse 11. Let's start at 11.
Kawakan. Verse 11.
No, hold on. No. Let's go all the way back up. Verse 7.
Kawakan. Verse 7. And when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered.
Read on.
Verse 8. And David said to Uriah, go down to thy house and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king.
Right. So Uriah, what vibe again from Uriah right now? What vibe again from this brother right now? So remember, he was fighting a war, and David sent for him, right? Because David done what? Slept with his woman, right? And got her pregnant. And David was trying to what? Hide his sin and sent for this brother, right? And this brother came. Right? Read on.
Verse 9. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants.
Hold on. I thought what David tell him to do?
To go home, sir.
Yeah. David told his brother to what? Go home. Go home to your woman. And he sent what? Meat after him. Meaning what? David sent meat to his what? To his house. The king's food to his house. But where was this brother?
With his brothers in the field.
What did it say?
He stayed at the king's house. He stayed there at the doors, at the doorstep.
He stayed there. Where the vibe again from this brother?
So like I said, is it that he witty, like that he kind of smart, or he know what's going on, or disobedience, like?
Salaki, sir. He put his own needs to the side to be loyal to I guess to the brothers he was with, to his brothers, versus going home. You know what I'm saying, to his rib. He put his brothers that was in the condition that he was in first.
Okay, remember, when it's the condition he was in, like, remember, where did this brother come from?
He came from battle.
He came from battle. Normally, when brothers come from battle, what's the first thing they run to?
Their woman. Their woman.
Or their family.
Family.
Right? They run to their family. If they have kids, they run where? They're going home hard. As soon as that plane hit the tarmac, all they're thinking about is I just made it back home in one piece, and I'm going where? I'm going home to mama. I'm going home to my son or my daughter. I'm going home to my family. This brother mine was where?
With his brothers.
Where was this brother mine?
Salakia, sir, his mind was still on the battlefield.
His mind was still about doing what? Serving King David. You understand?
Khan.
This brother here is a what?
A soldier.
That's a effing soldier. That's a soldier. That's something a woman will never understand. She will never understand the love brothers have for each other. You understand? They will that is something, boy, you have to be doing it to understand it. Uriah was a soldier. Uriah wasn't thinking about this woman. You could imagine how bad his woman was, Ak. King David, what? Just look out his window and from a distance was like, yo, who the hell is that? Tell her come. And because he's king, yeah, you understand? She had to what? Come. And King David was not supposed to do that. You understand? And King David knew he had a loyal soldier. You understand? He put what? He put his people before what? His pleasure.
So,
you understand? Before his flesh. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 9. But Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down.
He did what? He ain't go home. Why? Because all in his mind, as Nayathaq said, his mind is on what? He just left his brothers where? On the battlefield. I ain't going home to enjoy nothing. My brother's on the battlefield. You understand? If you're one of them who want to hug up, be hug up tight with mama while brother in the street, you might check yourself. While your brother's on the front line, what are you doing? What are you doing? You understand? Raya, mine was there. Read on.
And went not down to his house.
He ain't going to his house.
Verse 10. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, camest thou not from thy journey? Why then?
Read on.
Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house?
But David now asking him, yo, you didn't just come from a journey out? You didn't just come from war? Why ain't go home? Read on.
Verse 11. And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife?
Stone cold. That's a stone cold soldier. You understand? What is he saying? If you had to summarize, what is he saying? Come on.
He's saying my brothers are still suffering, so I'm gonna suffer with them. Well, I'm not gonna go get pleasure while they suffering, you know. So
while they're fighting. And he said what? The Ark of the Covenant is in a what? A tent ark. And the Ark of the Covenant need a what? Remember what King David had to do. King David told Solomon his hands was what? Too bloody to what? Build the temple. You understand? So that Ark of the Covenant could sit in there. But right now, the Ark of the Covenant is in a tent. Just think one of your most valuable items is in a tent. He's like, I can't go sleep? With who? No, I can't do that. Read on.
11. As thou livest, and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. Verse 12. And David said,
thing is it? What's that thing? I will not do this thing.
Like I said.
Uh-huh.
Go have sex with his wife.
I'm not going to do that thing. I'm not going to get pleasure while my brother's on the front line, while the Ark of the Covenant is in a tent. And I'm going to get pleasure. No, I can't do this thing. Read on.
Verse 12. And David said to Uriah, tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. Verse 13. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord, but went not down to his house.
What is King David plotting and trying to do with his brother? Trying to get him to do what?
Get drunk. So.
Yeah, but what's the purpose of him getting drunk?
Salakia, so him trying to go home. Salakia, go ahead. Sir.
Yeah, he trying to make this man what? Go home. Man, go home and get something, man. This brother is like, I'm going to drink and I'm going to get drunk, and he's going to stay right there with what? The servants. And I just show how we roll. Like, he not to go home. You know what I mean? You with a brother, you know what I mean? You get so close with a brother who, you know what I mean, you come in with, where sometimes you go by them and basically you do what? You will start chopping it up to the point where I was what? He ain't go home. Yeah, and he right there chilling with you. But this brother, he drink that liquor, King David gave him, and what? He stayed right there. Read on.
Verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. Verse 15. And he wrote in the letter, saying, set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die.
And what?
That he may be smitten. That he may be smitten and die.
And he what? And what did Uriah do? Did Uriah stand on?
He followed that order, and he went to the front line.
To that front line. And he Did Uriah live?
Sir.
He didn't. He died. He died at what? A soldier. You understand? He died loyal to what? The cause. You understand? One West till what? Till you bury me.
God.
One West. You understand? This brother means, come on.
So if I could, Sister Laki, I did have a question on this topic. And I hate to even ask a question because I get exactly where you're going with it, brother being a soldier and all. But when it comes to like Joab, what was that kind of unbrotherly, or was he showing the same, you know, soldier mindset when he reading the message that's pretty much saying, hey, your homeboy, but you about to send him to go get killed, and he just did it. You know, was that like, should he have said, you know, Salakia to that, or is that still like the spirit of that's what it is, you know, that's it?
Okay, you asked me, Joab should have just said La.
Yeah, like I mean, not
the king.
I mean, not like it's like I know because I get it when it's like it's war, but should he have said, you know, Salakia, like, you know, this got to go to council. I'm not sending him to purposefully die, because I guess like if I could is like if I feel like if the message would have said you put him on the front line, even that sound kind of crazy, but I think if the message says so that he can die, I see it like kind of like I feel like if I was in that position, I don't want to say me, you know, it's like it.
Okay, you looking at it from the position of the person that knows what. What do you know? Huh?
That he's gonna die.
No. Meaning this. Okay, remember Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
So like,
Go ahead, son.
it's like we looking at it from the position of like we know what happened, we know why he did it. You know what I'm saying? We know the sin that went into that decision being made.
Right.
As far as him life.
Yes, we know the facts to what leading up to this, right? It's much less like remember Sodom and Gomorrah?
Come on.
The two men, right? That was Lot's house. Who were they?
They were angels, sir.
They were angels. Did Lot know they were angels?
Lot
didn't know there was angels, but we know it based on what? The story. All right. So Joab, right? He knew something was up, right? Based on the fact that David sent for this man specifically, right? And I think he said it. I think he said it in verse. Where you at? Where's that part with Joab? I think Joab knew he knew something wasn't right. Right? I can't remember off the top of my head right now where it is. But Joab, right? Read verse 25.
Khan, verse 25. Then David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee.
You understand now, right? Joab, what? Joab was what? Anybody? Joab was what? Come on.
Salaki, was he the messenger?
No, Joab was the messenger.
Sluggy, sir. So Joab, like he was the I like the general, but he was like in charge of the army.
Still like you, sir.
Yes, but okay, but come on.
Well, wasn't Joab the high priest at the time?
No. He was I think a captain over the military.
Come on, come.
Right.
Oh yeah, he was a captain. Come on, he was a captain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, Joab. Okay, I don't want to give it right there. Read verse 25 one more time.
Khan, it's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 25. Then David said unto the messenger, thus shalt thou say unto Joab, let not this thing displease thee. For the sword.
What is he saying? Why is he saying don't let thing displease thee?
So like was it because they were friends and he had to pretty much set his friend to go die?
Okay, don't think so much your friend. Okay, just think you at war, like today, right, with Esau, right? He calls it what's the name they call it? What's the name they call it? Koala Zion in Esau's military. I think they call it fodder.
Fratricide?
Huh?
You talking when you're talking about the relationships between your soldiers, or when you send someone to die, or friendly?
Yeah, it's like you sending men, and if you send 100, 2 might make it out. Is that where they say like you're in a meat grinder?
It's like fratricide. Fratricide.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they like to use the word cannon fodder.
Yeah, I think it's something like cannon or fodder or something.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, cannon fodder or something like that they use. Look up that number 32.
It's like the boss got it right there. Cannon fodder.
Who was it?
Boz said it in the chat, sir.
Yeah. You understand? Esau will send you into war knowing what? Only 2 of you all might make it up, but this, you understand? It's like that war in Ukraine. Like they know the Ukrainians could not beat the Russians. They knew it. You understand? But Joab was saying what? That these men on the wall just what? Shooting arrows and kill and unaliving your servants. Meaning what? Joab what?
He felt
he cared for the men. He cared for the men under him. He cared for them. That's why David sent the messenger to say what? Why would you come on?
Don't let this displease you.
You know, don't let this displease you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If a man sending a letter starting off, don't let this displease you. Meaning what? You are what? You are displeased by that order you got to send a man to his death. A man that you love, a man that you saw what? Fight. Fight. That's why in here, each one of you with these ranks have a what? Responsibility for a man below you or for men below you. You have a responsibility for them. You give them bad power. What happen? What hurts? You know, they get hurt. You understand? And it ain't gonna sit well with commander. You understand? You can imagine your school need some funds. Let's get some ski masks. Oh boy, come on. You understand? Like that's bad what? That's bad counseling. That's bad. And it's going to lead you either what? In jail or in the grave. You understand? Well, Joab got an order to send Uriah. You think, okay, you think if we're reading about his loyalty, you think Joab ain't seen that this is a soldier? And you're sending one of my best men to where? To the front line? Well, you know he gonna die. Remember, David tell him to put this man where? In the heat of the battle. In the heat of it. You understand? And Joab is just what? Following his orders. That's why in war, when a soldier commits a crime, who gets charged for it?
The superior officer, isn't it?
Yes. Why? Because this soldier is only doing what was what?
Ordered.
Yes.
So
This
like
soldier is doing what he was ordered to do. Come on.
When it says and retire ye from him, was that saying like they gonna like purposefully leave him to die? Like they knew they would put him out there and then backing off from battle to leave him alone to get killed.
Yes. Like he purposely put this man there to die. Now, remember, we read in the story, we know Joab could only what? Speculate that David want this man dead for what? A reason. But he does not know the reason. You understand? Because where Joab is on the front line too.
Slug, sir.
Come on.
But even side note, Esau's military, you can't use that as an excuse. Like if you were to tell me, go kill this, Taliban guy here, and this Taliban guy is within ROE, and I kill him, I'm still held accountable according to UCMJ. But during these
you'll still be held accountable for it. Nonetheless, the pressure is going to come down on the man that give you the order.
Okay.
That's why them what was another thing to do that what is it the racketeering?
Rico?
Yeah, what's that Rico?
What do you mean, sir? You talking like as far as following the order of
a meaning Rico is charged for either being a kingpin. You organizing mine. I think what is it short for?
Yeah, racketeer.
Yeah, you said racketeer. I think you're right about that. Racketeering.
Racketeering and the I and COO. I think it's an acronym or something, right? Good. That's why those the drug dealer, the kingpin, he gets what?
Most time.
Yeah, he get the most time. He get the most time. Sometimes these kingpin ain't what? Pull a trigger, ain't do nothing. But they get charged with what?
Murder.
So it's Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization Act.
Yes. You're gonna get charged for that. You may not be at the crime scene, but you at the crime scene. You understand? Because you the one make the call and say, yo, you gotta go. You understand? Now the person who commit the crime, he gonna do some time too. But the person who gave the order, once they can link it back to organization, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get the book thrown at you. Unless you squeal. You understand? All right? Well, Joab knew it. but he still what? Follow the order. And in the end, what happened to Joab in the end?
Didn't he get killed?
Yeah.
He got killed anyway.
Yeah. David said, yeah, I mean, before, as soon as asleep, he had to go too. He told Solomon that. And that's because of what he did to Abner.
That's right.
Abner came and made peace with Israel. You understand? And them type of grimy behavior, those things, you know what I mean, don't go well in Israel. You know what I mean? It does not. All right? And any more questions?
So there were
come on,
a couple more.
Come on.
First one is from Officer Nayathaq. It says, Salaki, sir, if I could, can I get a breakdown on Nahum chapter 2 and verse 3? What's the fir trees referring to?
What Nahum?
Khan, chapter 2 and verse 3.
Hold on, let me get that one. Nahum. I'm going to get that one for him. All right. Nahum. Chapter what?
Chapter 2 and verse 3.
Okay. I'm going to get that for him. Next.
Okay. This next question from Officer Kudum. Shalom and Christ, Salakia, Adawan, if I may, can I get a breakdown on 1 Corinthians 5 and verses 6 through 8?
Okay, let's see.
Come on.
1 Corinthians, Daraj.
Khan. We're gonna start in the book of Nahum.
No, 1 Corinthians.
Khan.
1 Corinthians what?
5 verses 6 through
8. Come on.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, starting at verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
All right. What is a question being asked here, right?
Okay.
Right. And he's saying, know ye not that what? That a little what?
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Right. Meaning what?
Salaki, sir. That a little bit, they were dealing with fornication at the time, but a little bit of, like when you're baking bread, if you have a little, even just a tad bit of leaven in it, it ruins the whole thing.
Yes. So that's what he's saying. It's right. Okay. It's going to be what? In the bread. It's going to be there. Right? Read on.
Verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven.
So he's using this to do what? To tell you what? That you're going to have to what? That one thing you want to hold on to. You know, these Christians like to hold on to what? God loves everybody. That's not something to be gloried in. You understand? You want to hold on to that one thing. You understand? You want to fight to smoke weed. When I say fight, meaning you're trying to bring scripture verses to smoke weed. That's going to what? Destroy the whole what? Lump, the whole bread. Read on.
That ye may be a new lump.
That ye may be what?
That ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
So meaning what? He's trying to tell them that what? That old man has to what?
He got to get put away, sir.
Yeah. It has to get put away. Right? It has to what? Get put away. You understand? And the whole thing is that leaven is going to make what? A little bit of leaven is going to make what to the bread? Make it what? Rise. That little thing. You understand? But he's saying what? You have to get that out. Right? You got to get all of that out. Right? Read on.
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Right. And he's using this for what? He's using it as a precept to do what? What you do around Passover. You do what? You get what? All the leavening out your house. All. You can't what? You can't say, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of leaven in it. Not that much. Little. He's saying a little bit will what? Will be like all of it.
Okay.
Right? And now he's trying to explain to you what he's trying to explain to you in this part here. Read it again, Darash.
Khan.
Read that verse again.
Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that you may be a new lump, as you are unleavened.
Right. Right? Just like that, unleavened, you have to what? Get leaven out for it to be what? On bread. Right? Use the 4. Read on.
Verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with leaven of malice and wickedness.
Right.
But
he's telling you, go ahead, finish it.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Right. So he's telling you, you have to get rid of simply what? Sin. Get rid of it. Get rid of it and become somebody what? Brand new. And he's using what? Leaven and bread to show you with the whole concept of what? Passover. That you're going to have to become somebody brand new without leaven.
Come. So like I said.
Come on.
Officer Kodum, it said, an Old Testament only was saying it's like they're pulling this scripture to say that we eat Christ for the Passover.
We eat what?
They're saying that we eat Christ. I think the Rosh Salaki, but I think you skipped the part in verse 7.
Read verse 7.
Yeah, Salaki.
Go ahead and read verse 7.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Yeah, so like I said, I think
that's the part right there. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's a fool. Right? He is, you know what I mean? He's reading the Bible like who? Who reads the Bible like that? The oppressor. Right? The oppressor. And why I say that? Because the oppressor went and made a religion called Roman Catholic religion, where what? They have a wafer and they just say a prayer over it and they say what? This is what? The body of Christ.
Come.
And you ask the Christian, when that happened, is this the body of Christ? They're going to say what? Yes, this is the body of Christ. I'm eating it. Where do they get it from? Where do they get it from?
It's like I said. When
No.
When John's men, when they were confused when Christ said, drink of my blood and eat of my flesh.
Yes. And now they think it means what?
To literally drink his blood and literally eat his flesh.
Yes. So now what is symbolic for the blood?
The wine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You just want to drink. And what's symbolic for his body.
That
Some
light
wafer.
bread.
Yeah, some wafer. You understand? Right? Now, what is this saying right here? Read verse one more time.
Verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven, that ye may be.
Meaning purge that old man out. Read on.
That ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
Right. To be a new man. Read on.
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Right. Even Christ was what?
For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
What does that say? What does that mean?
So like you said,
come on.
It's saying that Christ died for our sins so that we could be new.
Yes, so that we have a second chance. Because that fool don't even understand that if Christ didn't die, was now a Passover, then die for us, what would have to happen? We will have to die for celebrating Christmas. We will have to die for what? Just sinning on the whole. We will have to die. So now he thinks he's eating Christ when he eats unleavened bread. What a fool. You're just eating unleavened bread. That's all you're eating. And you have to do it based off of what? Why do we eat unleavened bread?
Based off of the scripture, sir.
Yes.
Based off the direction.
Yes. The Lord tell us how to celebrate the Passover. And we are doing it to remember how the Lord took us out of Egypt. And remember, they had to be what? When we were in Egypt, what we had upon every doorpost?
The lamb's blood, sir.
Yes. And remember, Christ is that lamb that was what?
Sacrifice.
Yes. Yes. So just like that lamb was sacrificed, that lamb did what? That lamb's blood did what?
It saved us, sir.
Saved us. Just like who saved us?
Yahushua.
Yes. Christ. That's right. Just like he saved us from getting what? Unalive by the Lord for us committing sins. Get out in the Hebrews for me. I think I'd ask for that. There's no remission of sin.
Like it says, Hebrews 10 and 26.
Go ahead. The Rosh.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you
Hebrews,
get.
Hebrews 10 and verse 26. But if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more.
So hold on. That's after it done become what? The lump that leaven done leave you, and it became what? A brand new lump. Right? Became a brand new lump. It became a brand new person. But guess what? You went and did what? Put that leaven back in here. Read on.
There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
No more sacrifice for sin. Meaning what? Simply meaning what?
So like now you gonna pay for what you done.
Yes, Christ didn't die so you could go sleep with a brother or woman. Now you're gonna have to pay for that. You understand? Right? You can't. Now you're gonna pay for leaving. Christ didn't die for that. Read on.
Verse 27. But a certain fearful looking of judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries.
Okay, but that part we talk about remission of sin. You pass that part already?
Leave out this like it's
and 16. All right.
Slagger, so is it verse 10 and 18? I mean, Slagger, verse 18. Where it says, Salakia, now where remission of these, Slagger, now where remission of these is, there is no more offering for sin.
That is it? Okay. All right. And any more questions? If not, just hold it for next week, please. If you have any more, and we'll get into it. But I have those two for Hawan and Nayathaq. I got you all. Isaiah and Nahum. All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass it over. 1 minute. Hold on. 1 minute. Okay, with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and order the Rashomah.
All right, and it is, we're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain 13,000 Nayathaq, Martin Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua B'Kathah.
Yeah, how about Shem Yashai Brakatham?
Yadamatah, Sar, meaning turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Amajim. May the visitor going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Athah Bashem Yahushua. Yadamatah, Yashab means to be seated. Isupk security announcements. We're at the Isupk out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Purim, which is the 14th and 15th day of the 12th month, which is March 13th through March 14th. And you can read about that in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verses 20 through 31. And we also have the upcoming Lord's 56th Passover, which is April the 12th, which is coming up soon, very soon. It will be held in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the 14th day of the first month, followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the 15th day of the first month for 7 days. That's from April the 13th through April the 20th. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed. Oh, Salakia.
Make sure that they are sending in the Passover funds.
Right, and make sure that you are sending in your Passover funds. We $200. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.